When it comes to American remakes of Japanese horror films, one might think of a Yūrei. Many might not understand if they have only watched The Ring or The Grudge. But for those who have watched the original Ringu and Ju-on, a Yūrei will be the first thing that comes to mind when the word is brought up. A Yūrei, the counterpart to a Western-style ghost, is a human spirit that still lingers on this earth. Of course, the two Yūreis everyone is familiar with is Sadako, or Samara, from The Ring, or Ringu, and Kayako from The Grudge, or Ju-on. This is easily noticeable with the trademark look of a Yūrei, long black hair and a white dress. For those who are familiar with other forms of media, such as books and video games, we stumble upon other types of Yūrei. One we know rather well in our Passport to Japan class is an Ikiryo ghost, also known as a living ghost. As said by Matt Alt in his book Yūrei Attack, on page 178, it states, "A living ghost, the soul of a living individual that leaves its body temporarily." Does that sound familiar? Know who it is? If you guessed Lady Rokujo from the Tales of Genji, then you win. Though it is mainly women, men can also be a Yūrei. However, when it comes to the female ghosts haunting their husband, we see such examples in the 1969 film Ghost Story of Yotsuya, Curse of Iowa, and the 1994 film Ghost in a Tavern. Sometimes these Yūrei are connected to a Noroi, or a curse. This can be seen with the cursed video from the film The Ring, or Ringu. With the viewing of the cursed tape, you have about a week to live. With Ju-on, or The Grudge, if you happen to walk inside the Saeki house, you will be cursed before being killed off by the son Toshio, or by Mother Dearest Kayako. Then there is the Onryo, that is any spirit with an unimaginable amount of fury, sadness, and revenge, which leads up to our vengeful spirits. Of course, Kayako and Sadako fall into this category. There is also our leading antagonist spirit ladies in the Japanese survival horror game Zero by Tecmo. Or, as others may know this game by two other names, Project Zero and Fatal Frame. Due to a time limit, I will focus primarily on my personal favorite of the Fatal Frame series, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. Sounds pretty, right? Well, the only thing pretty is the crimson butterflies floating around the eerie Minakami village, or All Gods Village, as you try to unravel the mystery behind this place. Think the butterflies are only there to look pretty? Think again. These butterflies play an important part and connect to the Onryo of this game. Meet Sai Kurosawa, our antagonist of the game. Though she doesn't have the long black locks like the other ladies, she still makes a pretty good point as to why she's a vengeful spirit you don't want to cross paths with. Game-wise, she has a one-hit kill move that's not fun. However, story-wise, you find out why and how she became an Onryo. Since it would take a while to get through the whole background story with Fatal Frame 2, I'll let these short clips explain the concept of the game.
Twin sisters have found themselves trapped in the lost village. On the day of the ceremony, the village vanished. On the night of the endless ceremony, twin sisters were sacrificed. The ritual. One sister kills the other.
Okay, so one twin kills the other. Well, in Sai's case, she wasn't killed by her twin. Instead, in an attempt to run away, Sai slipped and fell, while her twin sister Yae continued to run, not even knowing Sai had fallen. Sai, of course, believing her sister would return, waited. But when it came time to carry on with the sacrifice, this proved to be a problem since the ritual required twins. With only one shrine maiden, Sai was hung on the Torii Gate and thrown into the abyss. Because there had been only one shrine maiden and several rituals failed in the past, the gates to hell opened up and Sai returned in the repentance, with the darkness seeking out revenge and killing those in her path with the aid of the Kusabi. That's right, even if you didn't cause the problem, you will still suffer the wrath of the vengeful spirit. Yeah, you can run, but you can't hide from an Onryo. So how do you stop any kind of Yūrei? Well, it might not be an easy process, but the answer is simple. Help it. Yeah, that might not always be easy, but if you can find out what binds this spirit to the earth, you can help free it. This might be through finding the person who wronged them, or helping them be with their lost love. Or in Sai's case, either performing the ritual the right way, or reuniting her with her twin. After all, everyone wants to have a happy ending.